we get on planes, we get on our flights, we just want them to take off on time and get us there safe. And we don't really think too much about it, right? Unless there's some jerk off on your flight who's acting the fool. Now all of a sudden you actually have to think about the plane, right? Think about the flight and think about everything. But normally we just get on the planes. I just came across a headline where the U.S. just hired 2,000 video gamers for air traffic control.
Yep, makes sense.
And does it, though? Because now you got a bunch of kids jacked up on Monster with zero communication skills. Zero communication skills. All of a sudden, they're in charge of all these flights. Well, they're not in charge. They come out. And they could probably make more money playing video games than what their starting salary is. Their starting salary is at max $55,000. So it's anywhere between $40,000 and $55,000 to start. Okay. And then they have to go through years of training, and you can get up anywhere between $150.
I know in the end they do really well.
Yeah, between $150 and $245,000.
I think you get a federal pension. I think it's not a bad.
Is it a federal pension?
Thing.
I understand, but I kind of feel like.
Hey, once you put a headset on them, they're fine. They can communicate just fine. They're talking right. They're in the game.
Are they?
The thing is, when you're playing games at home, don't you lose a lot? Don't you crash? Don't you have you lose?
Listen,
hopefully,
sorry. I know we have.
This is real life.
I know.
I'll just hit reset.
My friend's son was in the military, like right out of high school. And with a year or two in there, so maybe he's 20 years old, he was killing terrorists from outer space. Yeah. I'm not even lying. Like, they would get somebody in their sights. My man would press a button, and that dude would get smoked right there, like right in his tracks.
That's video game stuff.
That's video game stuff. But you're talking about millions of lives just flying around, everybody, and then all of a sudden, I don't know.
Well, think about it. Who's doing it now? So now you got guys on headsets who aren't video game players,
right? But I'd like to think they're savvy veterans.
Maybe,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's true.
And I would think you'd want people who want to be an air traffic controller. Maybe they're just interested in aeronautics, but they don't have what it takes to be a pilot. So they, I would like to think. I don't think you're going to get the best and the brightest to go work for the federal government, because you kind of never do until you get into like NASA and things like that, right? But I think you'll get them. I saw a video on the news last night of these kids talking, adults talking, and they were like sharp, like they were on point. They were like, I am so pumped to do this type stuff. And they were like all in, like, this is the greatest thing. I can't believe this is going to be my job. I'm so happy, You get those. So I don't know. You get the one kid that's playing Call of Duty a little bit too much, who likes to crash into things, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know, man. You're probably right, and I'm probably just overreacting. It's a story I wish I didn't read, because again, I just want to go on my flight and get to where I got to go and get there on time. So I don't want to think there's some pimple riddled kid with his hands on the radar screens.
They are at least probably 21, I would think, okay. Say, so they're not total like 12-year-olds.
Right.
But the funny thing is, say they're at the joystick and at the dispatch and overlooking everything as air traffic controllers, and then your pilot walks on, and he's 28. And he's barely shaving. He's flying your plane they're guiding.
I know the training that guy had.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. I feel like all it takes is one of these kids to not, refill his Adderall prescription on time, and we're going to have problems.
Yep. We're trading that for stories of pilots who were drinking before the night before. And,
but the plane flies itself.
Well, then it'll be fine.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I just wish I didn't read it.
Happy flying, everybody.
Right.